Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of reality TV's most beloved couples, Bill Klein and Dr. Jennifer Arnold from TLC's The Little Couple. For over a decade, they captured our hearts with their inspiring story of love, family, and overcoming challenges as little people in a big world. But behind the smiles and scripted episodes, a storm was brewing. Bill Klein's house sell for $1.1 million. Bill Klein and Jennifer Arnold's officially divorced. And finally, Bill Klein arrest. This isn't just gossip. It's the raw, unfiltered truth that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Hit that subscribe button. Let's start at the beginning, because to understand the fall, you need to know the rise. Bill Klein and Jennifer Arnold first met as children in a hospital waiting room. Both born with skeletal dysplasia, a form of dwarfism, they bonded over shared experiences in a world not built for them. Fast forward to their 20s. Jen, a brilliant neonatologist, and Bill, a savvy entrepreneur, reconnected online. It was love at second sight. They tied the knot in 2008 in a fairy tale wedding on St. John Island, vowing to face life's hurdles together. TLC spotted gold and launched The Little Couple in 2009, chronicling their journey through 14 seasons until 2019. The show was a hit. We watched them adopt their son Will from China in 2013, then daughter Zoey from India later that year. We cheered as Jen battled cancer in 2013, with Bill by her side every step. They moved from Houston to St. Petersburg, Florida, buying a stunning $2.1 million waterfront mansion in 2017, a symbol of their success. But cracks were forming even then. In 2022, they sold that Florida dream home for a whopping $3.64 million, relocating to Boston for Jen's prestigious job at Boston Children's Hospital. Fans thought it was just another chapter. Little did we know, it was the beginning of the end. Picture this. A family that seemed unbreakable. Bill, the fun-loving dad with a knack for business, running his pet boutique, Rocky and Maggie's. Jen, the dedicated doctor saving tiny lives while managing her own health challenges. Will and Zoey, now teenagers, thriving despite their own dwarfism. But insiders whisper that the move to Boston in 2022 was the first domino. Bill, a New York native at heart, struggled with the cold New England winters and the distance from his business roots. Jen's demanding career meant long hours, leaving Bill to handle more of the home front. Tension simmered. By 2023, rumors of arguments surfaced on social media. Cryptic posts from Jen about finding strength and Bill's absences during family outings. Fast forward to early 2024. Sources close to the couple, including former production staff from the show, reveal that the pandemic had amplified their issues. With no cameras rolling, the facade crumbled. Bill reportedly felt overshadowed by Jen's medical stardom, while Jen grew frustrated with Bill's entrepreneurial ventures pulling him away. They tried counseling, but it wasn't enough. In March 2024, Jen filed for divorce in a Suffolk County court in Massachusetts, citing irreconcilable differences. The filing was kept quiet at first, but by July 2025, it exploded into the public eye. On August 3, 2025, just days ago as of this video's release, the divorce was officially finalized. After 17 years of marriage, Bill Klein and Jennifer Arnold were no longer a couple. The joint statement they released was heartbreakingly diplomatic. We have decided to part ways as husband and wife, but remain committed to co-parenting our amazing children, Will and Zoey. We asked for privacy during this difficult time. But privacy? In the age of social media, that's a pipe dream. Let's break down the details. Court documents, obtained through public records, show an amicable but emotional split. Asset division was key. They had amassed a net worth estimated at $3.5 million from the show, speaking gigs, and businesses. Jen retained primary custody of the kids, with Bill getting generous visitation. Child support. Bill agreed to $5,000 monthly, plus covering half of educational and medical expenses. But the real shocker was the house. The house! That $2.1 million Boston mansion they bought in 2022. A sprawling 5,000 square foot gem with custom modifications for their stature, ocean views, and a home office for Jen. It was supposed to be their forever home. But as part of the divorce settlement, it hit the market in May 2025. Listed at $2.5 million initially, it languished due to a cooling real estate market and the stigma of celebrity drama. Bidders were scarce. Finally, on July 15, 2025, it sold for a fire sale price of $1.1 million. A staggering $1 million loss. Why so low? Insiders say Bill pushed for a quick sale to liquidate assets and move on. The buyer? An anonymous tech executive from Silicon Valley, drawn to the privacy and modifications. Imagine the scene. Movers packing up memories. Will's soccer trophies. Zoe's art supplies. The kitchen where they filmed so many family dinners. Jen reportedly fought tears as she signed the papers, while Bill was already eyeing a new chapter. Fans on Reddit and Twitter exploded. How could they sell that beautiful home for peanuts? One user posted, "This divorce is destroying everything we loved about them." But the house sale was just the tip of the iceberg. The real drama was brewing in Bill's personal life. Whispers of cheating had haunted the couple for years, but in the divorce filings, it came to light. According to a close friend who spoke anonymously to Us Weekly, Bill had been involved with a woman named Samantha Reyes, a 35-year-old marketing consultant from New York. They met in 2021 during one of Bill's business trips for his pet store expansion. Samantha, tall and glamorous, was everything the show hadn't shown. A secret escape from the pressures of fame and family. The affair allegedly started innocently. Coffee meetings turning into dinners, texts evolving into late-night calls. By 2022, as the family settled in Boston, Bill was making excuses to travel. Work in Atlanta, he'd say, but hotel receipts showed Miami getaways with Samantha. Jen discovered it in November 2023 when a mutual friend snapped a photo of Bill and Samantha at an Orlando hotel pool and sent it to her. Confrontation ensued. Bill denied at first, but phone records, steamy messages, shared photos, sealed the deal. "I felt like my world shattered," Jen reportedly confided to a colleague. The divorce papers hinted at marital misconduct, code for infidelity. Samantha, unaware at first of Bill's double life, ended up staying with him post-split. In a twist that shocked everyone, Bill and Samantha tied the knot in a secret ceremony in Key West in March 2025, just weeks after the divorce filing went public. Photos leaked on TMZ show a beachside vow exchange, with only a handful of guests. Bill, beaming in a linen suit, and Samantha in a flowing white dress. "He's finally free," a source said. But freedom came at a cost. The public backlash was swift and brutal. Jen's Instagram followers surged as she posted empowering messages. "Stronger every day, grateful for my kids and my work." Bill, on the other hand, faced a torrent of hate. "Cheater. You ruined the little couple." Comments flooded his profiles. Will and Zoe, now 15 and 14, were caught in the crossfire. Sources say they're in therapy, struggling with the split. Will, the outgoing one, has been acting out at school, while Zoe withdraws into her art. Jen's focused on stability, enrolling them in Boston's top schools for little people support programs. But the story doesn't end with the divorce. Just when we thought the drama peaked, Bill Klein's arrest hit the headlines like a thunderbolt. It was August 6, 2025, a mere 3 days after the divorce finalized. Bill, perhaps celebrating his new life or drowning his sorrows, headed to Seaport Grill, a trendy Boston seafood spot overlooking the harbor. He was with Samantha and a couple of friends, toasting to fresh starts. But the night turned ugly fast. Eyewitness accounts paint a chaotic picture. A 38-year-old local man, let's call him Mark, recognized Bill from the show and approached for a selfie, Words were exchanged. Mark allegedly made a snide remark about the divorce. So, traded in the little wife for a tall one, huh? Bill, fueled by alcohol and pent-up emotion, snapped. Yelling ensued. "Mind your own business," Bill shouted. Pushes followed. A glass shattered on the floor, cutting Mark's hand. Security intervened, but police were called. Bill was arrested on the spot for disorderly conduct and misdemeanor assault. Handcuffed and led out, paparazzi swarmed. Bail was set at $500, which Samantha posted immediately. His mugshot disheveled, eyes red, went viral. Court date? Next month, September 2025. Bill's legal team claims self-defense. Mr. Klein was provoked and reacted in the heat of the moment. The prosecutors aren't buying it, citing witnesses who say Bill threw the first shove. The fallout? Massive. TLC, who had been in talks for a little couple revival, pulled the plug. "We can't associate with this," an exec told Variety. Jen issued a statement. "My focus is on our children. I wish Bill well. But privately, she's furious. The arrest could impact custody if it escalates." Fans are divided. Some sympathize with Bill's stress, others call for accountability. He was a role model. Now he's just another fallen star. One ex-post read. Let's pause and go deeper into who Bill Klein really is, because understanding the man behind the myth makes this story even more tragic. Born William Klein on October 13, 1974, in Port Jefferson, New York, Bill grew up in a loving but challenging environment. His parents, Barbara and William Sr., both average height, raised him and his two brothers with resilience as the family motto. Bill faced bullying in school, kids calling him names, excluding him from sports. But he turned it into fuel, excelling in academics and developing a sharp wit. After high school, Bill attended New York University, earning a degree in biology. He dreamed of medicine but pivoted to sales, climbing the corporate ladder. Then came the meeting with Jen in 2006 via a dating site for little people. Their first date? A picnic in Central Park. She was smart, funny, everything. Bill later said in interviews. The show catapulted them to fame, but fame has its price. Bill launched Rocky and Maggie's in 2011, named after their dogs, turning it into a multi-million-dollar brand with online sales and pop-up shops. Jen, born March 12, 1974, in Orlando, Florida, had a similar upbringing. Diagnosed with spondylopophyseal dysplasia at birth, she underwent over 30 surgeries as a child. Her drive led her to Johns Hopkins for medical school, specializing in neonatology. "I want to help babies like I was helped," she often said. Their adoption journey was heartfelt, traveling to China for Will, facing bureaucracy, then India for Zoey. The show documented it all, from emotional breakdowns to triumphant homecomings. But post-show, life changed. No more producers scripting happy endings. The 2020 pandemic locked them down in Florida, amplifying small issues. Bill's business suffered from supply chain woes. Jen's hospital work intensified with COVID. The move to Boston was Jen's dream, a simulation educator role at Harvard-affiliated hospital. Bill supported it publicly, but privately resented leaving sunny Florida. Boston's too fast-paced, too cold, he confided to friends. By 2023, the affair with Samantha was in full swing. Samantha, a divorced mom of one, worked for a pet marketing firm, ironic, given Bill's business. They bonded over industry events. Texts leaked post-divorce show passionate exchanges. "Can't wait to see you again," Bill wrote. "You're my escape." Jen's discovery was devastating. She confronted him in their Boston kitchen, kids asleep upstairs. "How could you do this to us?" she cried. Bill packed a bag that night. The house sale became symbolic. The Boston mansion, at 123 Harborview Lane, was a 6-bedroom colonial with accessibility ramps, lowered counters, and a home gym. Bought for $2.1 million, it appreciated slightly, but the divorce forced a rush. Real estate agent Lisa Thompson handled it, It was emotional. They loved that house. The $1.1 million sale closed quickly, with Bill taking a cut for his new life. He reportedly used his share to buy a modest $800,000 condo in New York, closer to Samantha. Now, the arrest. Seaport Grill, 8 p.m. on August 6. Bill ordered lobster rolls and cocktails. Mark, a fan-turned-heckler, approached. Words escalated. "You're a disgrace to little people," Mark allegedly said. Bill, tipsy, retorted. "You don't know my life?" Push, shove, glass breaks. Police report details minor injuries. Mark needed stitches. Bill's blood alcohol was 0.9, just over legal. Charged with Class B misdemeanor, he faces up to 6 months if convicted, though first offense likely means probation. Samantha stood by him, posting on her private Instagram, "We all make mistakes. Love prevails." But Jen, she's lawyering up, petitioning for full custody if the case worsens. The kids are shielded, but Zoey reportedly asked Jen, "Why is Dad in trouble?" Heartbreaking. Psychologist Dr. Emily Hart, specializing in celebrity breakups. Reality TV couples often struggle post-show. The constant scrutiny amplifies normal marital issues. Bill's affair and arrest suggest underlying depression or midlife crisis. Former co-star from another TLC show, we saw signs during crossovers. Bill was distant. Jen overcompensated with positivity. As of August 9, 2025, Bill is out on bail, laying low in New York. Samantha's by his side, planning a bigger wedding perhaps. Jen's back at work, posting kid photos. Will at soccer camp, Zoey painting. No word on alimony, but estimates suggest Bill pays $10,000 monthly. Will the little couple return? Unlikely. But Jen might get a solo show. Dr. Jen, Healing Hearts. Bill? He's pitching a business reality series. This story reminds us, fame is fleeting, love fragile. From $1.1 million house sales to courtroom dramas, Bill Klein's life is a cautionary tale. What do you think? Comment below. Team Jen or forgive Bill? More update. Little couple fans in tears over Jen Arnold and Bill Klein's son was major milestone in proud mom's new post. And Jen Arnold and Bill Klein's son will look so grown up in new photo after show disappeared. Jen Arnold posts sweet photos of kids Will and Zoey trick or treating in Florida neighborhood. I will explain everything. The little couple. Will Klein takes on ocean with new hobby. Will Klein has just found a new pastime, and Dr. Jen Arnold posts updates about her children Zoey and Will on social media after the little couple finished filming. Despite his adult size, the former TLC singer is making a comeback to a hobby he had while still a little boy. Is he going to go through with it this time? Flourishing on boats was a common pastime for Will Klein and his sister Zoey, as seen on TLC. When they found out they were moving to Boston, Massachusetts, they were shocked. The milder temperature was originally seen as something children would despise, albeit there are boats and beach activities there as well. They adjusted, and now they appear to be quite content in their new digs. There, Will plays lacrosse and has just taken up another pastime. Thinking back to when the show was on TLC can bring back memories of all the cool things that Will and Zoey were up to. After visiting NASA with the little couple, Zoey quickly shared Will's dream of becoming an astronaut. They went swimming, to the museum, and the aquarium, among other things, as seen on TLC. About 4 years ago, viewers witnessed an episode in which they went sailing. This week, Jen Arnold posted an especially blurry photo to Instagram. In fact, it's possible that she took it while sailing on rough seas. Nevertheless, her comment, "So proud of Will Klein 63 for getting back in the sailboat again," gave TLC viewers the hint. Will Klein is currently 13 years old, in case you didn't know. He seemed to be ready for a sailboat of a more substantial size than the little Optimist dinghy. Since fans of the little couple still hold Jen Arnold's family in high regard, they wasted no time leaving comments on the page. Actually, many would be overjoyed if TLC revived the show. Good for Will, exclaimed one of his followers. Will appeared to be a brave young man, according to another follower. The truth is that he must be, as growing older presents more physical difficulties for children. Bill, who is the dad of Will and Zoey, recently made headlines for visiting a spine expert in New York due to an issue he's been dealing with. There are a lot of orthopedic and neurological issues associated with being a little person. Jen Arnold noted, greater dangers in the early years and later in life. I wish Will the best of luck with his new sailing pastime and hope he can keep it up for a long time. Does Will's decision to learn to sail the ocean make him a courageous young man? Post your thoughts in the space provided, and be sure to check back with TV shows Ace for any updates regarding TLC's The Little Couple. Little Couple fans in tears over Jen Arnold and Bill Klein's son was major milestone in proud mom's new post. As Jen proudly proclaimed that her 13-year-old son Will scored his first goal in a lacrosse game, she couldn't help but beam with joy. A touching photo of the adolescent in his outfit, with a lacrosse ball in his hand, was shared by the 49-year-old. Will's expression was one of extreme happiness. My parents taught me that I can do anything I put my heart, mind, and soul into, and we try to teach the same to our kids. Jen shared these words of inspiration in the caption. Hard work and perseverance are rewarded, as Will demonstrated today. I am so pleased that he scored his first goal, in lots of kind words, including one from Will's grandparents, poured into the comments area. Thanks a lot, Will. Keep having fun, being a good teammate, being healthy, playing smart, and giving it your all on and off the field. And you'll succeed in life. We're all proud of you. Warm regards, Grandba and Nanai. Lots of other admirers went after them. Great job, Will. Someone yelled out, and someone else chimed in with, congratulations to Will. Huge congrats. Would have loved to have been there to witness that, a third person said. What an admiral. One more person said, not an easy thing to do. Great job. Plus, a supporter gushed over Will's parents, writing, your parents are right, Will. Imagine what's possible. Well done on the goal. As Jen and Bill Klein get back on their feet following the cancellation of their program, Will does something. Fans have been patiently waiting for the return of The Little Couple since 2019, but the show has been off broadcast since then. Even though The Little Couple was not airing on March 14, 2022, the trademark was renewed by Discovery Communications, according to an earlier story in the U.S. Sun. Jen and Bill's costly litigation with producers is supposedly to blame for the show's delay. The celebrity discussed her future plans in an Instagram live video. According to her, she went live to introduce herself and announce the launch of their new show. I'm thrilled to have pediatricians here to help you and me raise healthy children. The former TLC performer shared her excitement about an upcoming new venture in the video, saying, just wanted to reach out and let everybody know how excited I am about it. She continued, we have a new podcast that's coming out. It's called Boston Children's Answers. Kids Health. It's with my new hospital, Boston Children's. I hope that if you have kids, know someone with kids, or just like me, a kid at heart, that maybe you'll want to tune in. In her role as just as the host, Jen has gained invaluable experience taking care of her kids, Will and Zoey, as she recently disclosed. Finding the appropriate pediatrician is only one of many issues discussed in this episode, which also touches on injury prevention, sports medicine, screen time, and electronic devices. Finally, Jen stated, I'm super excited. Please let me know how I'm doing because this is my first podcast. What I really hope is that it empowers parents everywhere to give our children the greatest care possible. Little Couple's Jen Arnold reveals she caught son Will, 13, again after he's punished for cursing on TikTok. Photos of Dr. Jen's kid, who is 13 years old, dressed sharply were posted to Instagram. Underneath his matching blue sweater vest was Will's blue button-up shirt with an orange, white, and blue pattern. After donning a pair of black sneakers and jeans, he appeared prepared to hit the town. Standing proudly behind his father, Klein, Will grinned and put his arm around his son's shoulder. "I caught you all dressed up," Jen captioned the collection, before tagging her show and adding the word handsome. The hashtag description was backed by fans in the comments section. As one fan put it, "Will is so grown up. It feels like I was holding him as a little, adorable baby boy only yesterday. Absolutely adorable father and son photo." Somebody else chimed in with, "What a handsome young dude." "He is so gorgeous," said a third. "He exudes an air of self-assurance." Superb work. After Jen's kid was the target of criticism in September for his involvement in a contentious TikTok trend, the reaction was far more positive. The 13-year-old frequently uploads videos of himself dancing magically to popular songs. This time, though, the adolescent got down to the 3-6 Mafia's Half on a Sack, a song that celebrates drugs and uses foul language and slurs. A quick search online shows that the family has deleted the post from all of their social media sites, including Instagram and TikTok, after fans vented their anger in the comments area. "I am deeply disappointed. He used to be so kind when he was younger," a commenter under the initial post said. A second person commented, "I can't believe your parents would let you listen to this trash." A third person pleaded, saying, "I really don't think my parents would approve of this song." Does anyone check his social media accounts? "Will, that was a cool dance. Unfortunately, I have a feeling your folks won't be happy with the music selections." An additional observer merely said, "Really bad song choice." Jen swiftly responded by limiting Will's time on TikTok and pleaded with followers to pardon her son. A brief video that Jen posted to her Instagram reel detailed her problems with social media. "I went through one of those challenging weeks with digital media and kids," the TLC star admitted. "As parents, it's not easy right now. Nowadays, everything is about social media and the latest trends. We're having a hard time keeping up. Guiding our children is a challenge for us, in order for the next generation to find their way around." Then she added, "I don't know if any of you, like me, struggle with letting our kids have social media." Will shared a cute dance with a regrettably inappropriate song playing in the background. Bill's wife made a comment about his shortcomings in the caption. "We discussed with him, agreed to make better decisions because his social media is viewed more. And that means he has a greater responsibility if he would like to use it." Jen said, "I hope you all will give Will some grace on this, as he is like so many kids out there, new to social media and still learning." Jen Arnold and Bill Klein's son Will, 12, looks so grown up in new photo after show disappeared. However, a new family portrait shocked admirers by showing how mature 12-year-old Will, who is the son of Jen and Bill, appeared. The family doctor posted a photo of her grandchildren helping their granny construct a gingerbread house to Instagram on Monday. Zoey, the preteen's little sister, was struggling to hold up the enormous dessert in the photo, but the preteen grinned for the camera anyhow. Barbara, Bill's mom, stepped in at the perfect moment to help the tiny one by grabbing the corner. However, viewers were taken aback by Will's apparent age gain and expressed their disbelief in the comments area. Will is now incredibly tall. "They are definitely no longer infants. I don't know where the time goes," she asked. "The kids, especially Will, have grown so much. I can hardly believe it." He was doing something on the wall and was repeating "ta-da," which was the second most gushing video of him. "Wow, Will and Zoe are just exploding in size," exclaimed a fourth, who concurred with the third. "They're growing up so fast." Will is an adorable young man, and Zoe is absolutely incredible. "Seeing your lovely family grow is a joy for me. Wishing you all the best." "How old is Will?" "He looks like a man already," inquired a fifth guest. "I can't help but wonder how old Will is. He appears so young. The day you all brought him home as a baby seems like it happened just yesterday," one finalist said. After a brief absence, Dr. Jen Arnold and her husband Bill made a triumphant comeback to reality television this month with their own TLC show. In forthcoming episode of Farmhouse Fixer, which airs on HGTV, will feature the pair. Jen posted several photographs from behind the scenes and shared an excited update about their forthcoming visit. She uploaded a photo of herself and Bill, who is 48 years old, posing inside a barn with one of the show's hosts. Photo caption: "Finding our farmhouse." Jen and her spouse were posed in a kitchen in another snap, with the comment, "Our debut in home, design, and lifestyle." She urged her 1.1 million followers to catch the show on Wednesday. With so many farmhouses, so little time, she completed the sentence. Her next Instagram story showed her and Bill in another vacant room, this time standing next to Christina, the fashion designer, and host Jonathan Knight. The reality star tagged HGTV and Discovery Plus once more to promote the show's airing. Earlier last year, Jen and Bill bought a $2.1 million estate with the assistance of Farmhouse Fixer. Her new position at the Boston Children's Hospital and Harvard Medical School Teaching Hospital required the family to relocate from Florida to Massachusetts, so they did, along with their children Zoey and Will. The U.S. Sun was the only publication to see their newly remodeled home's first images. There were lots of windows that let in natural light, a seating area, white siding, and a gray roof on the outside of the house. Hardwood flooring, recessed lighting, and handcrafted millwork adorned the mansion's open floor design. Featuring a gas fireplace and bookcases, the living room provided access to the outdoor deck. A 3-car garage, fire pit, outside built-in barbecue, and balcony were further features of the house. Jen Arnold posts sweet photos of kids, Will and Zoey trick or treating in Florida neighborhood. William, dressed in what appeared to be a white lab coat, a blue shirt, and brown slacks, posed for the photo. Some of the pictures show him with a sickle and a candy bag. A skeleton top and tutu in complementary colors were Sister Zoey's attire. A jack-o'-lantern candy bag was seen slung over her arm in the photo. Another fantastic Halloween in the books. Jen captioned the photo series that included 2 additional children in animal costumes, had fun trick or treating with good friends. The pictures showed Will, Zoey, and their pals smiling broadly. My father notably missing from the outing was Bill Klein. After sustaining an accident in August, he underwent a series of procedures to remove bone fragments. Since then, he has been recuperating. October saw the TLC star posting an Instagram snap of the arm bone he had extracted. Additionally, he flaunted his fresh scar, playfully captioning the photo with, "The kids think I look like something from #Nightmare Before Christmas." Bill disclosed that he had just undergone 4 surgeries. He told his followers, "Darlee, the latest addition to my army of expert orthopedic surgeons, feels we are on the mend." Even though Bill has 4 operations under his belt and a number of non-surgical procedures under his belt as well, he is far from done. He has another surgery coming up, according to his social media posts. He included the words "next up, Jen Arnold and the other hip." Following his injury in August, Bill started undergoing procedures in early October. The little couple actor informed his admirers that he wounded himself while attempting to elude a small swarm of wasps. After he fractured his elbow, the physicians recommended surgery. Due to the epidemic of COVID-19, the surgery was considered elective, even though it was essential. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.